As President Donald Trump carries out mass deportations, some lawmakers at the Arizona Capitol have vowed to help, while the migrant communities being impacted rise up in protest.
Basically what these agreements are is this authorizes local officials to enforce federal immigration laws.
Arizona Senate President Warren Peterson introduced the Arizona ICE Act, which would require county sheriff's offices and the Arizona Department of Corrections to enter into what's called a 287G agreement.
You are essentially deputized. You're now kind of an extension of the federal government where you're able to carry out and enforce their laws.
However, Executive Director of the ACLU Arizona, Victoria Lopez, worries it would lead to racial profiling.
The more police are required to investigate federal immigration laws, the greater the risk of racial profiling, the greater violations of civil and human rights, the greater the chances of family separation and unlawful arrests and detentions.
But Peterson says that's not true.
ICE has been enforcing immigration laws for a very, very long time. There's been litigation on these things.
Abril Gallardo is an organizer with Living United for Change in Arizona, Lucha. She believes the immigrant community is under attack due to fears of deportations.
Immigrants aren't the problem, and they are not just part of the solution. We are your neighbors, your friends, your family.
She joined protesters at the state capitol to speak out against the proposed legislation.
And every right to pursue a safe, dignified life.
Lopez says local law enforcement agencies are already stretched thin.
Arizonans believe it's best for police to not play the role of federal immigration agents. Cities and states should instead focus on serving their own residents instead of working for ICE.
As for whether Arizona Governor Heidi Hommel will sign it,
I don't think it's right to give a one-size-fits-all mandate to local agencies that are already struggling with resources and who already do cooperate with different law enforcement agencies.
President Peterson says it's about supporting the Trump administration.
It requires our law enforcement to collaborate with the Trump administration to help them in their efforts to deport the worst of the worst criminals and get them off the streets of Arizona.
Heidi Hommel, KTAR News.